Today we're gonna make some asparagus lasagna. We're just gonna peel off a little bit of the outside, but of course we're gonna use it. We're not gonna waste anything and use this as well. We're gonna make it with sheets of pasta by Barilla, which is an Italian brand, and it's going to be delicious. Let's get started. We're gonna take just a few pieces and we're gonna cut them just like so at a diagonal. And then we're gonna keep some of the heads for later on. In fact, some of them we have already steamed, and we're gonna use that for decor. And simply hold them together like this and then just cut them like so. And stop right before you get to the tops and keep a few of them intact. Since it is an asparagus lasagna and we don't want to waste anything, I'm going to place this right in here and allow the milk to come to a simmer for just a bit, and so the flavor of these peelings is going to go right into the milk, and then we'll strain it. In this frying pan, we're going to put a bit of olive oil, and to it we'll add the shallots. This is a recipe that was created by our Instagram friend Chef Lorenzo Boni, who is actually the executive chef at Barilla. We're gonna let this saute just a little bit before we add our asparagus tops and stems. Instead of adding parsley, we decided to add some thyme. Put this right in here. And to this now, we're going to add the asparagus. Whenever you saute something like these vegetables, you want the heat to be high. If the heat is not very high, what happens is the moisture from the vegetables come out and then they almost boil rather than sauteing. We're going to add some white pepper, and the reason I'm using white pepper, I don't want to see dark specks in the sauce. Now we're going to set this aside, and we're going to get our pan ready for the bechamel. Into our pan, we're going to add the butter. We're going to melt the butter down, and as soon as it's melted, we're also going to add the flour. So first step in making a bechamel, you allow the butter to melt, then add all the flour to it, and you're gonna cook this at medium temperature until it really starts bubbling well. In the back, instead, we have our milk warming up with all the peels of the asparagus, and the flavor is gonna get infused into the milk. Our butter and flour have been able to dance in here for a few minutes. And now we're going to use this strainer and strain the milk. It's here that we have to be really quick at stirring. This is where the stirring part is very, very important. And we have a beautiful creamy bechamel. We're going to add a bit of salt to it, as well as a bit of nutmeg. Nutmeg and bechamel usually go really well together. Not too much because we don't want it to be overpowering. I'm going to stir it and then give it a quick taste to see about the saltiness. Maybe a tad more. We're also going to add Parmigiano, and that's salty, so we don't want to over salt it. At this point, we're also going to add the asparagus in. Oh, this is going to be so good. Wish you could smell the aroma right now. We're going to mix all this up, then let it rest on the side for a bit until we assemble our lasagna. So here is our beautiful bechamel. What we're going to do, we're going to just place a layer in the bottom, and then we will add our first sheets of lasagna. And what's so nice about this type of lasagna pasta You don't have to pre-cook it, so it's absolutely wonderful. And it also is perfect for, I think this is a 9 by 13 dish. So you kind of, it doesn't quite touch, but once it cooks, it's gonna expand and touch. Once again, we're gonna put a bit on there and spread it out evenly. So we have been friends with Chef Lorenzo Boni, Instagram friends, for quite some while, and we've been following each other, and he truly has been a great inspiration to us. About 2 years ago, I believe, we went to New York and here I'm adding just a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano to celebrate a birthday of one of our kids. And it was a very special occasion. We rented bikes and we rode all over New York City on our bikes, and it was awesome. But at that time, Chef Lorenzo Boni was there with Barilla and was cooking, and we were able to actually meet in person, and it was such a cool time. Once again, Parmigiano Reggiano. I remember years ago, I was able to go to this bar. It's a coffee shop where they also make primi lunches in Tuscany, in the Mugello, and it was actually in Borgo San Lorenzo. And there I had my very first lasagna with asparagus. And about a week ago, Chef Lorenzo Boni was asking for suggestions as to what he could do. And I suggested lasagna with asparagi. And that's the lasagna he chose to make. So here we're following exactly his recipe. And you see how there are spaces here, no worries at all, because once it starts baking, the sauce kind of becomes a little bit more liquid again, and it will kind of go everywhere. Here's our last layer, and look at there, one left over, and they do that just in case one of them breaks, you have an extra one. So the last layer is gonna be this leftover bechamel with the asparagus in it, and then we'll cover it up with some more cheese. And this is exactly what we'll reserve these for. Actually, before, let me put some more cheese right over the top. A nice, generous amount of good Parmigiano. Now this is going to be portioned off into 6 pieces, okay? So think of it being divided here, and then here and here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to know that this is an asparagus lasagna. So what we're gonna do, we're kind of gonna decorate it like this. So each slice will have something like this on. I think that would look nice. And then here, we're just gonna finish it off like this. And then a nice drizzle of olive oil over the top. We'll cover this up with some foil and bake it in the oven. I'm gonna simply put a sheet on here, close it up, and it's ready to bake. Today we're using the marinara. We have a nice fire going. It's raining, but the rain won't stop us. We're gonna place our lasagna in there. It's gonna be covered up for about half the time, and then we'll uncover it to brown the top. Let's close the door and close the damper just a little bit so all the heat will not escape, and we'll let the oven do its magic. We're gonna take the foil off and then place it back inside and allow it to brown. Can't wait to see how this looks like. Let's pull it out. Oh, look at there. This looks amazing. And here we are, guys. Look at these perfect little portions that we're gonna be able to cut out. And oh, the aroma coming from here is amazing. And now this way. I'm gonna slide this under and carefully pick it up. Hopefully we will be able to keep it intact and place it right here on our plate. Look at how gorgeous this is. Let's wipe our plate off nice and clean. And then we're gonna get our egg yolk and just very lightly grate some of it on the plate. As well as a little sprig. Let's place it maybe right here. And then we're gonna get just a bit more right around the plate. Actually, I think I'm gonna move this one here, right over here. And then a very light drizzle of olive oil. I just want a few little drops here and there. And now the best part, we're going to be able to taste it. Let's see what it looks like inside. All these beautiful layers, the creaminess of the bechamel, and this will be an absolutely delicious bite. So thank you, Chef Lorenzo Boni, grazie mille e buon appetito.